Hi everyone, Scott Pyre, Pop Cult fan here, and in this video, I just saw the season 2 finale of Peacemaker last night, and I even saw Tron Ares, so I want to do both reviews for you guys today, so let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Hopefully there's no more gardeners outside. Alright, Peacemaker Season 2. I really enjoyed the cast. I love John Cena as Peacemaker. I think he's really grown as an actor. You really see some of the more emotional bits from him in this season of Peacemaker, and it really shows how much he's grown as an actor. I think he's easily my favorite wrestler turned actor, even compared to other actors like Dave Bautista or even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to a degree. I mean, I love Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, don't get me wrong, but you really see John Cena's performance in this season of Peacemaker, and it really shows how much he's grown. It really has. So I love him as Peacemaker. And then also you have everyone else in the cast. You have the actors that play Adrian, Harcourt, Adebayo. That's a hard name to pronounce. Wow. And then also the guy with the glasses, the big guy. Some of these names are hard to pronounce. But I love the cast, and also in regards to the story, I mean, I do have a few issues in regards to the story, just mainly because of how the overall season is structured in regards to the plot, in regards to basically you have the Argus, right? You have that kind of agency in which Rick Flag Sr. is kind of running it now, and a lot of the main conflict of the season is because of Rick Flag Sr. And, I think he's an interesting character because he was also in the Superman film. And it's interesting. It's interesting because there's something that they're doing here in which season 2 of Peacemaker is a follow-up not just to the Superman film, but also James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie. They play around with the continuity a little bit, especially if you watch the season 1 recap at the beginning of the first episode of season 2, and it's it can be a little basically retconning a few things from the first season as well as the Suicide Squad movie, but it's a follow-up to Superman, it's a follow-up to season 1 of Peacemaker, and it's a follow-up to the Suicide Squad film. So it's juggling a lot in regards to the story, and as a result there are some writing issues here, some pacing issues here, especially when the Argus team it took them like 4 episodes to continuously try to go after Chris, and it's like when we finally get to the finale, they finally start opening those doors in the pocket dimension, and it just, that alone could have been a few more episodes in the finale, and that's why one of my main issues for this season is the way the season is structured with its plots. I will say that, but overall, though, I did really enjoy the cast, and also the overuse of music. That's another thing. It's something James Gunn is known for his other projects too, Guardians of the Galaxy, namely, and he does an overuse of music in his movies and shows most of the time. And while I do enjoy it, I mean, even like classic rock, like "We're Not Gonna Take It" by Kiss. I love that song. Whenever I hear classic rock in TV shows and movies, it makes me giddy, and that's also a brownie point for me. So there's that too. And then also, I love the humor. I do love the humor. It's the James Gunn humor at its best. There's actually quite a few Pokemon references this season. I counted 3 or 4 different Pokemon references this season, which was kind of funny, not gonna lie. And yeah, I love the humor. I I do like the music, but it is overused a lot in regards to songs, and also the cast mainly is the big positive thing here. And also, for those of you that have seen the Superman movie, you can kind of think of this as like Superman 1.5 because there are cameos. There's cameos from the Superman film in this. I'm not going to say anything else about that, but that is there too. And I do think to a degree this does set up future projects in this new DCU that's being run by James Gunn. So that's all I'm going to say about that too. No spoilers, but it was a good season, just with some writing and pacing issues. So overall, if I had to give Peacemaker Season 2 a grade, I think I would give it... I'd say I would give it a B+. I think that'd be my grade for it. It's not the best thing I've seen this year in regards to superhero projects, but it's still really good. It's still really decent. And one other thing before I end this off, there are a few moments this season, like I mentioned earlier about John Cena's performance, where it really does like tug at the heartstrings. Like there are quite a few moments this season that you see how John is perceiving things in this other world that he's in, and how he reacts to things happening sometimes, and some of the moments between John and the 11th Street gang. There are some really emotional moments this season that really hit me, and it surprised me how much it actually like affected me. It was surprising, and it was just John Cena's performance. It really sold it with those moments. It really did, and I loved that. So yeah, some of the more emotional moments really do help this season of Peacemaker television being as good as it is. It's the acting. That's the best thing about it I can say. So yeah, B+ grade for me for Peacemaker Season 2. And also, after this, I'm going to do my Tron Ares review. So stay tuned. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Peace.